Hello and welcome to Block Rescue. In this series we're going to be making blocks look better. So today's subject is Diorite. So Diorite was introduced in last week's snapshot and has gotten a lot of flack for being just ugly, and to be fair, it's pretty ugly. It's white but noisy, it's sort of doesn't fit in with much, but we are here to clear its name by showing how it can be used effectively in good-looking builds. So I'm joined by Brother Perseus today.
Hello.
And so we're gonna walk you through this island we've set up real quick. So first off, you'll notice I'm standing on a giant checkerboard floor, which is consisted of coal blocks and the plain diorite stone. So this is sort of a pair that we've chosen that looks good together because, well, Brother Perseus, would you like to explain?
Sure. So if you look at the diorite block, you can see that it's white, but it's not perfectly white. It's a noisy block, as they say, and by noisy I mean it's covered in a bunch of like darker than white pixels. Like it's covered in like dark gray pixels, and it's pretty obviously not a smooth block. And so that's one of the reasons why it looks so ugly, because of the fact that it's covered and stuff like that. So it pairs pretty well with blocks of coal because of the fact that they're like pretty much its polar opposite, as polar as we can get with the current blocks, because it's a black block, but it is also noisy. And the fact that if you look at it, as it's covered in slightly lighter gray pixels, and this is pretty much the best pair you're going to get with diorite in the current light block selection that we have at the moment.
Yep, so let's show you around to the builds.
Yeah.
So first off, we have it used in a minor setting, this little hallway, sort of, but it's...
Oh, wait, I guess it would be more like maybe a street.
Yeah, this would be a street, because these are not walls, these are like houses and stuff on the side. So it's a relatively Roman, I guess, style build, because of all the courts. And
this is the polished diorite used as a sort of sidewalk.
Yeah, so it works well if you want a rougher version of the white color, because up until now you only had this wool or the block of quartz.
Yeah.
So now you have another much cheaper, also a noisy white block.
And we've noticed so far that a couple other like nice pairings that aren't like the polar opposite perfect kind of way that a coal block is, but a nice like in between. If you want, like, some of them is a cobblestone and quartz. They go pretty well with diorite block.
Yeah, depending on the situation, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so moving on, we have this tower over here. So this uses our coal block and diorite pair.
Yeah. And
just come in here. It's pretty standard tower.
Cobblestone walls, cobblestone floor.
Yeah. So we've used cobblestone in this because it's it's also very noisy.
Nice. Yeah, it's also
noisy. But it's also it's
like an in-between between the two of them. It's like a middle ground.
A gray monotone.
Yeah.
In that sense. So, yeah, it just works sort of well.
Yeah. We thought, at least.
Yeah, so not much of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. This is our...
I guess peasant house is what the closest relation would be.
Yeah.
So we've got a standard issue like pot out here.
Yeah.
And we've got a diorite. So originally, like, I actually had a house like this made before, but I had made it out of wool, and we found that instead of using wool, using diorite actually was a pretty good replacement for it. Yeah.
So we use the diorite to have that. Yeah. If you see medieval, I think Tudors style houses, then they have this white with this brownish support beams.
Yeah.
And up until now, you had to use wool.
Yeah.
But it's a very pure block, so it didn't end up looking very good. It didn't fit in with the grungy feel that you
kind of dirty looking feel that you want.
Yeah. So.
And with diorite block, you get a nicer effect.
Yeah, and also we have this nice little thatched roof.
Yeah.
Sides are a bit weird, but.
Who cares?
Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have this ruined temple here. So basically, this is showing it off as more of a ruined version of quartz, because you can imagine this used to be a nice little
quartz block that like deteriorated like an outdoor temple type thing.
Yeah, We also have this more cobblestone here
Yeah,
for
just to make it look more ruiny.
the effect.
Yeah.
So yeah, not really much about this place.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
And our final build is this little shrine over here. So this is pretty much all diorite except for the
Yeah,
ground, of
except for the
course.
ground and the glass, obviously.
But yeah, so it just basically shows that it doesn't have to look grungy. It can,
Can look, yeah, it's a pretty good block. It's a dynamic block, I think.
yeah, it can look just nice. So we have the quartz to sort of smooth the floor, and then we have
Yeah.
the white glass because it's white. The whole thing's white.
Goes well, yeah.
And of course, we had to tie in our religion, the Melon Monks, into here. So this is Cultist Melon, and a little melon block and a little shrine where you can throw in donations.
Throw in.
And you can see there have been very generous donations. Yep, so hope you enjoyed.
Yes.
That's all we have. So hopefully this will at least inspire you to use diorite more in your upcoming builds, and to show that it's really not that bad a block if you put your
if you know
mind
what
to
you're
it.
doing with it.
Yeah.
Any block
And-
can make it look good.
Yeah, so until next time, remember not to discriminate. See you later.